Bitcoin.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Another Friday, another episode of Why Are We Bullish? We're going to get going right away. We're going to bring in everybody out the hop because it's a bit of a degen episode. So I've loaded up on a beverage because I'm going to have to tolerate these guys for the next God knows how many minutes. So let's just get them up here. Rusty, Greg, Dennis, welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Cheers to you all. Thanks for joining me for Why Are We Bullish? How is everybody doing?
How come you guys put me in a backstage room by myself? I was just back there in black screen.
I was trying to talk to you, Greg, but they put us all in like separate rooms as well.
Is that what happened?
Like in isolation.
That's not fun. Not fun at all.
Yeah.
That is what happened. A number of people tuning in may have no idea who the hell you are. I'm going to say most people. So let's do a quick round of intros. Rusty, you up first. Can you let people know who you are, what you do?
Yeah, Rusty. I do graphics for Bitcoin. That's the thing. I am chief editor at the Meme Factory that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I make cool pictures. That's it. That's my
Pretty
intro.
neat. You've done a few for me.
Thank you.
I'm looking at two on my wall right now. One is
Very nice.
actually,
Yeah, you're still the only person that bought my artworks. So well done. They're one of ones.
they're fantastic. I will say. Are you up to the task again for the Christmas show this year?
I'm glad you asked. Ben. I am. I've already been thinking about it. The pressure's already mounting.
Nice.
So I've got to think up some ideas here.
I better get you a playlist, a guest list. We'll see how that goes. Well, let's keep on with the intros. Let me just switch something up. Factory meme. Greg, welcome to the show. Let people know who you are, what you do.
Hey there. My name is Greg Zadge. I make Bitcoin memes. One of the founding members at the Meme Factory, which obviously doesn't exist, even though we're apparently sitting in the factory currently.
Yeah. And potato farmer as well, correct?
Potato farmer. Well, working on being a potato farmer. We need Bitcoin to moon a bit before we can open up that farm. But I've got dreams and hopes of potatoes in the field.
Okay, fair enough. Well, glad to have you. We'll jump down to Dennis, communist extraordinaire. Dennis, welcome to the show. Can you let people know who you are, what you do?
Sure. Hey guys, my name is Deniz,
Communist.
and
Hey, Dennis.
I made one meme. I don't work at the Meme Factory, and I'm pretty sure the Meme Factory is real. And I've been labeled as a communist today, so I'll take it.
Price control.
Pretty bullish crowd, we'll say.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's fantastic. Everybody knows the drill, but we're all bullish about something in and around Bitcoin, and we're going to drop those reasons in sequence. I'm just going to get started out the gate with my reason for being bullish, and then we'll riff on it a little bit, and then we'll rotate to the next person. So I am bullish this week, actually because of something I just saw as I was perusing my feed. I'm going to share something on the screen here. Let me pull it up. So and I want to bring up the reason why I like this. So what does it mean when MicroStrategy surpasses Coinbase in market cap to become the largest public company in Bitcoin and quote unquote crypto? Number one, Bitcoin treasury strategy works. Number two, concentration on Bitcoin outperforms diversification in crypto. Number three, institutional confidence in Bitcoin over broader crypto. Number four, proof of long-term vision versus short-term gains. And number five, positive impact of Bitcoin's increasing institutionalization. What stood out to me most was the immediate reply here at the bottom. It must be extremely embarrassing for Brian Armstrong, who had like a decade head start and could have accumulated Bitcoin at like $10, but he messed up. Saylor has won, and now he will blow out all other market participants. And so the reason I like this is because Coinbase is just a massive shitcoin. They have a long history of just sucking ass at everything they do. But furthermore, exactly that reason, they blew this decade-long head start so badly. And I always say that there's kind of three key tenets to like a a pretty easy life as an individual, but I think they also play out on the corporate level as well. Create value for others, spend less than you earn, and save in money that nobody else can print. And MicroStrategy has been doing that because they're a profitable company. They create a service. They do something that actually continues to make them money. So they've got the create value for others. They've clearly been spending less than they earn because they're able to accumulate Bitcoin as well. Obviously, there's some debt that plays into that too. So we'll see how that plays out. But then number 3, they've been saving in money that nobody can print. And Coinbase, on the other hand, number 1, they have not, I will definitely say they have not created value for others. They've been extracting value from others through promoting degenerate gambling and all of the shitcoins that they list and all of these things. They have been able to spend less than they earn because that makes you bank when you tell people how rich they're going to be from gambling. But then again, they miss on point 3. They had a fucking decade to be stacking sats, and comparatively to, you know, what Sailor's been able to do in a few years versus the decade plus that they've had, they kind of shit the bed on that. So like I think you're going to see more of this in the future where they're, you know, like the tweets before said, the people that are able to offer like a solid service in the long run, even if it's not as lucrative in the short term and predatory in the short term, it will prove out to be a much better strategy. And again, saving in something like Bitcoin is key. So I hope that we continue to see this play out. Obviously, as the market ebbs and flows, all of the degenerate shitcoin exchanges will seem like they're doing incredibly well during bull markets, but whether or not they exist on the other side of a bear market is an entirely different thing. And I think that kind of whittles down a lot of the market to kind of show where value lies. In terms of me, I don't like, this isn't me saying go out and buy MicroStrategy. I don't own MicroStrategy. I have no intent on owning MicroStrategy stock. I'm pretty sure I've even seen interviews with Sailor where somebody's like, should somebody buy Bitcoin or MicroStrategy stock? And he still said Bitcoin. So, you know, take that for what it is. But I do like the idea of, again, people just being good at something and then with their excess earnings, saving in sound money. So, gentlemen, I'll open up that to you. I don't know. How do you feel about this general topic or the tweets that I brought up? Thoughts?
Number 1, I mean, I'm all for any tweet that uses the term blowout. First and foremost, that's a winner right from the get-go. But it pairs very nicely with the other news recently where BlackRock amended their contract with Coinbase, saying that if they want to withdraw any of their coins, they have to, you know, make them available within 12 hours, which speaks to the fact that Coinbase doesn't actually have all the coins they say they do. That's promise you. And I cannot wait till they are shown to be insolvent.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun day for everybody who loves to hate on them. And it's going to be an instant win for MicroStrategy, who has to show their coins all the time.
Yeah. Now, the irony here, though, where does MicroStrategy custody? Because is it Coinbase?
I don't know, honestly.
Everything I keep hearing says Coinbase.
I think so.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the guy who got the general MicroStrategy right gets fucked by just custodying with the shittier company that has been shitcoining and extracting value from others? That would be unfortunate, but also like it could be a lesson in that. We'll see.
I'd like to see how their custody contract is structured. I wonder if it's similar to BlackRock's, where like it has to come out within 12 hours.
That could be, yeah, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know the specifics of that, but I don't know if Sailor sees this. Get your shit off Coinbase.
He's got to know.
I'll message him now.
Yeah. That's it. Hey, he's been on here before. He stopped replying to my messages. Yeah.
I personally enjoy that we're bringing up MicroStrategy because Yellow is probably getting triggered. He actually enjoyed that we got to 58K earlier. Well, supposedly got to 58K earlier this week, and because at least people would talk about something other than MicroStrategy, and like here we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, Yellow.
Oh, we got the breaking in the chat here from Jay. Fidelity holds MicroStrategy. I will say at least Fidelity. Again, even like with the ETFs, at least Fidelity was like, we don't want to trust other people because they're the ones that did the full like self custody for their fund. So, I mean, if you own the Fidelity ETF, you're still trusting Fidelity. But at least Fidelity isn't trusting somebody else. So, you know, they're taking responsibility for their own shit. So insert like Curb Your Enthusiasm gif of like, but yeah, is what it is. Dennis, I don't know.
Do you get all your facts from Jay? No profile picture?
I do.
You do? That's a reliable source?
Yeah, don't Google this. Jay has told us for sure. There's no reason to look into it further, as far as I'm sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Yellow's mad.
What else is new?
Yeah. It's triggered. It doesn't matter. He gets triggered by anything anyway, so you know, we'll just add to the triggering.
Yellow.
You know what? Yellow hates the 58K gang mainly because I think they're the ones that released the picture of him in the bed with Diddy.
That's a low blow.
Rusty, do you? I mean, there's the Christmas show. You know, the thumbnail right there. Just Yellow.
Just Diddy. Just a big picture of Diddy and lots of baby oil and Yellow.
It's a white party.
Yeah. How quickly can this channel be demonetized? Is the question.
Oh, Greg,
Why are we
I can sort that out for you if you like. We've tried it on the Meme Factory. No, we're not successful.
Yeah, I guess if you guys still exist or don't, then I mean, I shouldn't be too worried.
I'm telling you, calling everything a stream test is the way to go.
Yeah. Dennis, what are your thoughts? Are you pro MicroStrategy? Are you loading up on MSTR?
No. I have one share of MSTR, so that's how bullish I am on MSTR.
Nice.
And I'm super bullish on Coinbase as well. If you guys can, just make sure you leave everything there. Like leave all your coins on Coinbase, and Brian will take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, this is a 58K thing. I can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
He's part of the cabal.
Yeah, Brian's
leave everything on Coinbase.
I mean,
the price at 58K.
It's easier to do things with price if all the coins are on one American exchange. That's all I'm saying. So maybe everyone should leave their $10 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. That's just my opinion.
Wait, has anyone seen Deniz and Brian Armstrong in the same room together?
They do have the same phallic look.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian's a good guy. Well, seriously, like he's pretty cool. He gave that like, what was it? The exit package for all the woke people. So that was kind of cool. I'll give him that.
That's okay. That's fair. You're woke. Here's your money. Get out.
But I'm a communist, so I like woke, right? So who knows?
That's true.
That's your way to do it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the playbook for exchanges. Like get into Bitcoin exchanges and then fast track by selling shit coins. Like it's like pretty much the playbook. Like the people that do it end up failing. The people that go slow, and they're the ones that hang around. So
yeah. Do you think this? Do you think that long term, this general concept extends out to just companies as a whole? Like as gradually Bitcoin gets more of a foothold in terms of just day-to-day use and dollars are less and less desired, it's a little bit harder to, at some point there's a tipping point where it's just like, well, the fiat currency is useless, I imagine, or like which one are you dealing with? But does it become more difficult to keep zombie companies alive, like ones that just have no real income. You know, like there's just like perpetual investment in like tech stocks that create nothing and have no positive cash flow. And in a world that's no longer fiat at its core, is that even possible? And so at that point, do the companies that actually do create value, do they rise to the top? Because we kind of haven't really seen that. It's just like big companies that, you know, get hyped up and are just bid up in price multiples versus their revenue. So like, does that continue to exist? I don't know.
Yeah.
Good chat, guys.
It's a hard question.
No.
Because at the moment, companies have to like double their productivity every year to like stay alive. So you end up with this like, you know, bad incentive of buying companies and buying back stock and all that kind of stuff. But then Bitcoin, if you hold Bitcoin, you can be a, you know, a reasonable company and still stay alive. So that's like I guess that, you know, that's an interesting concept. Or if you're a dying company and you just hold Bitcoin on your balance sheet, you know, and just turn into another Bitcoin ETF. Yeah,
that's fair. I lean the wrong way. Greg has no tip to touch.
Are you going to put Greg next to me at any stage during this stream, just so we can line up our backgrounds?
I mean,
are you doing it on purpose?
Let me just do a little shuffle here. There we go. Fixed it.
Son of a bitch.
There. Factory meme. Best podcast out there that doesn't exist.
Wait, was Rusty talking?
Does it exist?
I couldn't hear. Rusty, is your microphone functioning?
Yeah, I saw the joke earlier. That's yeah. And then, yeah.
Anybody?
Dennis, you can hear me, right? Can't you?
Hear him?
Yeah.
I can't.
Which team
is Rusty
Check my
speaking?
settings real quick.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Ben will be on my side. Ben, you can hear me, right?
What was that?
Choose wisely, my friend.
Well, yeah. So again, in general, I think we'll just see a gradual flight to people that can actually be productive and create things that are useful to others, and we'll just see the shitcoins of society, both figuratively and in reality, begin to disappear. It'll take some time though, but either way, it's nice to see you know, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy actually kind of rise out of obscurity to where they are now. There's a quick turnaround there.
I think we end up seeing different kinds of zombie companies, right? Because I think you're still going to get government tax receipts, and anything a large government wants to prop up, they'll be able to do with, you know, discretionary funds, let's call it. Yeah. So you're still going to see companies that don't really produce much of anything, but might be beneficial to be around for a government that people will be like, why is that stock price going up? I don't understand. Well, they have lots of investment, lots of public sector investment.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, well, gentlemen, I'll put a bow on my topic here, and we are going to do a rotation and get another reason for being bullish. Before we do that, I'm going to do a quick shout out to a couple show sponsors here, and we're going to give away some Saats. And so anybody in the audience that's watching, get your Lightning wallets ready. There's going to be a QR code on screen, and the first person to scan it when we get back will get to claim the Saats. So
getting ready.
There we go.
Do we have like a distinct advantage because there's like a few second delay getting to
I mean, there might be. Actually, you know what? One of the episodes, one of the guests did take it. I was like, nobody take this. And then one of them did. But we will be back momentarily. Quick shout out to sponsors. See you guys in just about a minute. Bitcoin Well is on a mission to enable independence by being one of the easiest and quickest ways to purchase Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And the best part about it, every buy goes directly into your own self-custody. They never hold your coins. You can add a Bitcoin address as part of onboarding. There's a transparent 1% spread, no hidden fees, no withdrawal fees. Plus they have KYC free sells and bill payments on their website. They're also a publicly traded company under the ticker BTCW on the TSXV. Check them out over at bitcoinwell.com. Check out my full tutorial on how to use them, and you can check out the links in the show notes down below and sign up today. Keeper is a fully open source Bitcoin app created to help you stack sats long term. Easily use your hardware devices or assisted keys to create multisig wallets and plan your inheritance. Head over to bitcoinkeeper.app to download the app and use code btcsessions30 to get a 30% discount on your first subscription. All right, we're back in. We're going to give away some sats. Let me get my screen up here. Here we go. I'm on Bitcoin Well. And again, they're Canada and US. Basically, the way it works is you sign up, you get points. You buy Bitcoin, you get points. You refer friends, you get points. But those points can be used to then throw a coin into the Bitcoin wishing well. And depending on the spin that you get, you can win anywhere from 500 sats up to 1 million sats. I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, it was 210,000 sats that popped up. So we'll see what it is today. But either way, I have those Lightning wallets ready. I'm going to hit play now. 500 points into the well, and off it'll go. Whoever scans it first, I'll make it larger. But there you go. 500 sats. It's not 210K, but whoever scans that first, I'll give it a minute for people to grab it. But congrats to whoever gets those sats. Let me know if you do in the chat or wherever you're watching this show. No, Greg? Rugged?
No, that's like a year of fold spins.
No, shots fired. Oh man, spicy. Well, hopefully somebody enjoys those. That year worth of stack sats right there. Awesome. Well, we're gonna keep going, and let's see, who am I gonna throw to? I guess I mean I don't want to mess up the perfectly placed backgrounds in the bottom, so I'll go to Deniz first, and Deniz, we'll
discuss that later.
Yeah, Deniz, I'll ask you, why are you bullish?
I'm pretty bullish on sentiment because everyone was pretty upset the last like maybe 2 or 3 months. I don't know if we're still in the angry phase, but I think there's some really angry people at me. But in general, yeah, I think just sentiment. Everyone's like pretty bored. Yellow keeps calling me a communist. There's one account that keeps telling me that I should buy this Vaseline for, I don't know, some weird, to do some weird action with. Deniz has to be sacrificed. Yellow's crying. Yeah, 58K until the crying stops. I'm looking through this whole feed on like what everyone tagged me in. Some people are capitulating. And some people said I capitulated. I was just tweeting like what the price might be. So I said something other than 58K. So I guess you could say that's a bullish sign, or that could be the top and we're just going to go lower.
Yeah, I do get that vibe that we're rounding a corner. There's a lot of spicy bitterness over the last little bit. There's still remnants of that, I think, but we'll see. I'm priming up to get the same. I mean, do you guys recall I'm trying to remember. There was a live stream as we I think it was like a Spaces or something, as we broke the previous all-time high in the winter of 2021, and no, not of 2020 rather, but it was end of the year, maybe in and around December or something, and everybody was just so jovial, and there's like hooting and hollering on a stream, and everybody's all excited, and then like the morning of American HODL's taking a video of him like popping champagne that he's been sitting on for like a full for a full cycle, and yeah, it was that vibe. I think. I wonder what that moment will kind of feel like, because it's weird this cycle. We hit a new all-time high prior to halving, but like just, and that's kind of an odd thing. And I think that maybe came from like, we kind of got screwed out of a bigger all-time high last cycle because of the China mining ban and FTX and all of that shit. And so like, I wonder if that kind of has tempered expectations for this time around, and also allowed for us to hit what's perceived as higher prices earlier on. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Are we still talking about sentiment? We're talking about highs. I don't know. 58K. They're all confusing.
Craig, what is the sentiment around the conversation about sentiment for you, Craig?
I mean, I love the sentiment. It's most of the time when I get my toothpaste, I go for a mint scent, and it's delicious.
Semi mint.
Semi mint. It's like it's a demi mint, a gloss. It's like a matte finish, but for mint.
How are there some people watching this?
Sentiment. I'll give you the Kamala Red. People don't know about sentiment. You know, sentiment is. I was born in a middle class family, and we talked about sentiments all the time, and the sentiment now seems to be sentimental for 58K, and it's it's definitely the last time we'll ever see it again.
Last time.
No, I think Dennis is right. Sentiment right now is odd. I'm not sure I'm bullish on the current sentiment. I see a lot of doom and gloom out there, which is kind of silly, especially because, like Ben mentioned, we already hit a new all-time high right before the halving, which is bullish in and of itself. But I definitely agree with Ben that it's kind of tempered people's expectations for the price run. I don't see many people calling for the $1 million candle, but I also don't see many people calling for much above like 100,000 this cycle, which I think is a little ridiculous. I think it's going to get fun, and those are my sentiments.
That's valuable.
I like it that Bitcoiners have a way of like spinning whatever narrative we need to get ourselves into the right sentiment. Like we hit all-time high, but then we don't go higher and we go sideways for 6 months. But it's because it's not adjusted for inflation, so we haven't actually got to the top yet. We haven't reached all-time high, so we'll mix it up. That's the reason. And then my favorite one was when Pomp was like, he's putting all these tweets out saying that historically every time Bitcoin's hit a new all-time high, the price has doubled within 17 days. And like everyone's just here we go, it's going to happen, and then like sideways for 6 months. But adjusted for inflation, we haven't. So once we get to like, I think it's like 78 or something, or like 80 or whatever, then it's all-time high, and then we double within 17 days. Yeah.
it's almost like when there's like a doomsday cult, but except for this is like a moon cult, and so like when the date comes and passes, it's like, oh no, it's because we weren't pure of mind and body.
It's because of SBX, or it's because of the selling coins from Germany and stuff. It's happening. It's still happening.
Wait, you guys...
The funny thing is, all of those little things probably do play into it, but it's the crafting of the "this is for sure why" kind of thing, I suppose. I mean, I'm fully guilty of it too. I'm like, look, obviously if not for FTX and the China mining ban, it would have been 100K easy, right?
Oh,
we would have lost DSB.
So 300. 800K, easy 800K.
Wait, to be clear, guys, you want price to go up? I don't understand.
Yes, Deniz.
We know.
I don't get it.
We're not a fan of your commie price controls at 58K.
Putin the Serial, who is often full of insightful comments said that spoiler alert, 58K gang doesn't exist because 58K is a moving target.
They're stealing our IP now.
That sounds like cope, but okay.
I love it. Yeah. I don't know what to expect this time around. I feel like all expectations are kind of being blown out of the water since the last cycle. Like everybody thought that, oh yeah, X number of multiples for the, for the all-time high. Oh, we're gonna go past 100K easy. And then we get to the bear market, and it's like, oh, Bitcoin never ever goes below the previous all-time high, and then liquidations abound. And then, oh, Bitcoin doesn't go above previous all-time high until like, after the halving, and that gets blown out of the water. And now, oh, it's diminishing returns. Is it? I don't know. We'll see.
What you're really saying is all your models are destroyed. That's what
Yes.
That's what you're getting at. Yeah.
Pretty much. Thanks, Sailor. Appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we should at this point in the show, we should just as true degens do, just start throwing out numbers. Dennis, what's your price prediction? What could it possibly be?
I said 108K for 2025, but we'll probably go back to 58K. Just letting you know.
Nice. When 580K though is the true question.
And why not 116 then down to 58?
Because the line on my chart doesn't say 116, Greg. It says 108.
And we're giving you easy buckets here. You just listen.
Greg, tell me.
We had James Lavish on the show, on the Meme Factory show the other day. He said 100K by the end of the year.
He did say that.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's like, we haven't heard that one before.
I like James. I feel like I'm like PTSD here.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like don't expect 100K. I mean, if I have PTSD, then yellow must be like anytime he's not actively, in any sort of space, he just rocks in the corner. Quietly to himself. Like I am not. It's like my brain can't comprehend that finally actually happening.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. It's like at this point, I'd be happy with like 66. Like I'd be stoked.
Yeah, I don't know. Greg, how accurate do you think James was? Greg,
I'm with James. I think we clear 100K before the end of the year. I expected faster movements, honestly, at the start of October, but
that's what she said.
Yeah, Bitcoin definitely surprises me every time. Doesn't let me have a correct prediction. But I think anything between 100,000 and $1 million is fair game. None of the prices in that range would surprise me.
That's true. Hey, do you want to hear how I should have known it was a local top last cycle?
How?
Okay. So me sitting in my house with a friend, having just way too much whiskey, celebrating life, and literally just drunkenly, repeatedly saying, it's like a cheat code for life. That should have been an indication that a local top was happening. And it was in and around 58K. So I will say that was good job, Dennis. We did obviously go on to surpass that, but I should have known that something about that price point was important.
When it feels too good to be true, it usually is.
Yeah.
We know that feeling.
Yeah. So again, I guess the warning to everybody here is, if at any point during this cycle you are drinking and celebrating and thinking you know it all, that's probably at the very least a local top, if not the top of the cycle.
as soon as you're feeling like a real genius.
Suppress the euphoria.
Yeah.
For as long as you can.
Yeah. It almost bothers me now when I see like, we're, obviously tap 58 and then we get to like 62, 63 and everybody's like, oh, we're pumping. And I'm like, okay, let's rein it in a little bit, everybody. Let's
everybody knows
the meme with
the bull market doesn't stop until John Ballas tells Bitcoin to fuck him already.
Yeah. Coming from John, that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, gents. Let's unless Dennis has more insights in and around his reason for being bullish, then we can put a bow on it and rotate. Dennis, anything else?
Sentiments.
Andy Smith.
No, I'm pretty happy
on finishing up your topic.
Pretty happy with how things are going.
Okay. All right. Positive sentiments. I'm getting those vibes. Okay, great. Awesome. So what I'm going to do here is we'll go to
You're gonna switch our screens. Is that what you're gonna do next?
We're gonna go to Rusty here.
Yeah.
No.
God damn it.
And Rusty, I'll cue you up with the same question. Why are you bullish on hashtag? Wait, hold on. Why are you bullish?
Suppressed my euphoria.
Why are you bullish on hashtag factory meme?
Nice. Yeah. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin for a few reasons. One I thought about was that I'd have to be an absolute moron not to be bullish because I am like all in. So like imagine being completely all in on something and not being bullish on it, like Deniz. Like that's fucked up.
I'm sorry. I had to buy one MSTR share because of how not bullish I am of Bitcoin.
Love it.
Nice. So that's number one. That was the easy one. Second one, actually, the second one was to do with culture. Like I've noticed a lot of the Bitcoin culture. A lot of those shitcoiners say like, "Oh, Bitcoin culture is dead," and like, but I've had a couple of anecdotal situations now where I've been out, and I've just been chatting to someone, and they're talking about like education suddenly, that and how bad education's getting, and then we'll have a chat about that for a while, and then they'll bring up hints about government and whatever, and then we'll get some food across, and then we'll start talking about food, and they start to talk about how they're like a carnivore or like carnivore, and I was like, whoa, hang on a second, are you a Bitcoiner? And they're like, oh, that's funny, you should say that. I'm actually into. We did buy some Bitcoin a few years ago. It's like so I'm noticing that the culture of Bitcoin is there, and I'm enjoying like finding the people that not just have Bitcoin, but then these are people that aren't in our like Bitcoin Twitter universe. They're just people that have bought Bitcoin and just have it, but somehow they've also cracked into the eating and education and government and all this kind of stuff that like so I'm bullish on that. I'm bullish on improving society bit by bit. I had another bullish thing the other day. I made this shirt and made this hoodie, and it's got Meme Factory doesn't exist, and I got my Maxis Club on the back.
I like that it's backwards, just like the name of factory. It's perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Factory meme.
And then I've got the Bitcoin logo on my sleeve, and I was showing my wife. I was like, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think of my?" And she said to me that she thinks the Bitcoin logo needs to be bigger on my arm. Like, come on, that's bullish.
I mean, it's happening.
Yeah.
Is that how we know?
But my actual reason for being bullish today, after all those little things, is have you? And I'm hoping you've looked into this, Ben. I'm sure you have. The podcast the other day with Mechanic and that guy that hacked the Tesla, and they just came out with Datum. It's like Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Okay,
No.
so go watch it. It was a podcast from Preston, the drunk Gandalf, and he got the miner. So they've got this software now that sits on top of your miner, because Ocean has got the whole decentralized mining thing, and it's super cool. So they've been trying to get the Stratum V2 happening for a while, but it's quite a large project and like quite bulky, and so they're having troubles getting it kind of adopted. But they've got this new software package now that sits on top called Datum, and it allows miners to make their own block templates, and but super easy, lightweight, and I'm looking forward to you looking into it and potentially chucking it on top. And so now it means that you can go mine with Ocean, and you can put this little package on top of your node and your mining equipment, and you can make your own block templates. They've got a whole system about how they split the coins depending on who what kind of block template you have. So if you are putting up block templates that are only taking like low fee transactions, that's kind of like cruel to the rest of the pool, and they've worked out a way of making that so that that people aren't so there's aren't penalized for you putting up a block template that is against the rest of the pool. They've got all these systems involved, so it's like creates over a long term creates like a fair system. But it's amazing that's like solving such a big of the mining decentralization problem of having like a small amount of mining pools deciding what gets into a block. The other cool thing about it is that if you happen to be the person in the mining pool that gets the block, you get to put in your name on that block, so you can kind of say, hey, yeah, there we go, that's the one. I waited 3 years with my bit axe, and I finally am the one that found the block or whatever, and there's my name on the block that I found and stuff like that. So I think that's like super bullish. You've got to watch the episode. It's it's really cool. I can't wait for you to do like a tutorial on it or something.
That's
so
super awesome.
You're bullish on miners doxing themselves?
Yeah, obviously you can put a not your own name if you want, Greg. So you don't. I mean, you probably would.
I never use my own
name.
No.
Yeah. I obviously wouldn't, because I'm not self-absorbed.
I'm clearly having absorption problems too. So
yeah.
Potatoes are not.
I'm super bullish on that decentralizing of mining.
I think that's actually it is pretty cool, and the decentralized mining is kind of coming from a couple places. Like obviously it's very important that individual miners, like if you're part of a pool, that the pool doesn't get to dictate what gets into a block, because then it's very easy for any top-down entity, local governments and everything to say like, hey, this pool is located in our jurisdiction, you better not allow any coin join transactions into your blocks, you better not allow any OFAC non-compliant addresses into your block, you better not allow any transactions from this country or to somebody in this country in your block. Like all of these things could be placed on mining pools, and if they continue to kind of centralize and not allow individual miners within the pool to dictate what the block template is, that's the kind of thing that can easily happen. And so yeah, I love this. The other kind of aspect that plays into this too is the I guess the resurgence of home mining, but more as a hobbyist activity, which I think is kind of fun and cool, because obviously if you're mining at home, you're not, like, in most situations, you're not going to be profitable, but you can think of it from the perspective of like a learning tool, because a lot of these like BitAxe, NerdAxe, even the Brains mini miner, things like that. Those devices are just flat out not going to be profitable, but they're a really good like learning tool. Like if you're just curious about mining and you want to play around, that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect of it is you, in a way, you kind of have just like if you solo mine, which is again contributes to the decentralization of mining. If you solo mine, then you kind of have like a forever lottery ticket sitting on your shelf, and it's very low power. It costs you next to nothing other than just buying the device and experimenting and learning in the process. And I love that idea. And if a lot of people start doing that, then you can get to the point where individual solo miners around the world are actually kind of eclipsing some of these mining pools. And so I like that normalization of, oh yeah, I'll plug this into the wall, and like, rather than plunking, X number of dollars every week into a lotto ticket, I'll just do that. And that's my lotto ticket. And I can just look every day and see if I hit a block. Odds are you're not going to, but it has already happened, right? Somebody on a BitAxe, a $200 machine, hit a Bitcoin block and made 200 grand plus. So like that, I mean, that's kind of sweet. That's awesome. Now, the other aspect of it too is you've got somebody like FutureBit, where it's a bit more of an expensive machine. You have higher hash power, but they've also baked into it like node software, so you can link up your wallet. So it's kind of got a dual purpose. Yes, you've got more hash rate, but you're probably still not going to hit a block if you're solar mining, but you also have like, okay, I can run node software. I can link up my Sparrow wallet or whatever to it. And so at least it serves as a whole secondary purpose to the forever lotto ticket that you've got sitting on your shelf. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a long way to go when it comes to mining, but the trend with a few of these things, like you say, what's it called again? Datum or datum?
Datum, yeah, DATUM, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Tatum, but with a D.
Yes. I mean, Tatum already has a D, so is this where it gets shut down, the stream? Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I hope somebody clips this and sends it to him.
Tatum, BTC Sessions wants you to bring the D.
You get the D all the time.
I also endorse home mining. Yeah.
I also have a D.
I think it's awesome. I'm with Rusty. I like seeing more and more decentralized mining. I like seeing the tools for decentralized mining keep popping up. We just had a stream with Steve Barber and Bob Burnett about this stuff, and it's super hard on their end to make a profit and continue offering solutions that basically just don't suck. So yeah, when I see the fact that people can not just make their own blocks, but have a lottery ticket going in the background, that's a win for Bitcoin. That's a win for the Bitcoin culture. That's Bitcoin culture bringing the D to everybody else for sure.
Yeah,
you tied that in really nice, Greg. That was good. That was perfect. Yeah, well done.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So curious then, have any of you tried one of these little like home miner things yet, or messed around with anything like that? Or is that on anybody's to-do list as a little project at some point?
Sure.
Just a few S9s. That's it.
Nice. Well, that's good. Like
nice.
The S9s are, again, like as a space heater, you can
they're really good.
Yeah, it's great. Like it's actually pretty quiet. I was kind of surprised because when you turn on an S9 just by itself, holy shit, it's a jet engine in your room. But like you can ramp down the wattage and like put different fans on it, and then it's just like it's no louder than a regular space heater. And in my office it does get pretty cold in the winter, so I'll just plug that in, and I'm good to go. So yeah, it's great. I can't run it during a stream though, because it's just enough noise to be coming through the microphone. But either way, it's pretty great. I don't know. Greg, are you mining or are you LARPing?
Last cycle, I had a couple of miners running in my garage. We'd open the door up and you hear it was super noisy though. So like I'd open it up and they'd be like, "Please feed me," and I'd be like, "What's going on in there?" I'd be like, "It's the miners making juice." But no, I had an S19 and a couple of S9s running. It was super hot in there. I did end up making a profit, but barely, and kind of just sitting on the miners till we get towards the top of this cycle and maybe throw them on Kaboom Rack, see if we can offload them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Rusty, how about you?
I would like to get into I'd like to get into mining. Actually, one of the reasons I like the idea of it is because I had solar panels put onto my roof like a few years ago now, and just trying to become self-sufficient, from the off the grid, all that kind of cool stuff. And I noticed that the problem with it is that I needed a battery because I was just throwing energy back into the grid, and when you buy power. I mean, the price here at the moment in Australia is about $33 dues, 33 cents a kilowatt hour. And but when you sell it back to the grid, they just lowered it to 5 cents. So it's like it's not worth putting it back in the. I put like 20 kilowatt hours back into the grid, and I get like $1. Whereas that when I pull it from the grid, 10 times that. So yeah, I like the idea of if I could just have a miner that picked up. So I'll hang on. Here's my there it is there.
Nice.
So that's my production right there.
Sweet.
That's my battery filling up right there. So what I'd like is a system rather than putting the energy back into the grid. I just have a miner that realizes that I'm producing more than I need, and just fires up and just starts sucking it into the miner instead of putting it back into the grid. I think that'd be cool. So that'd be I reckon that's where I'll end up going. That's
pretty sweet. Yellow really enjoyed that part too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yellow.
I'm gonna give a little tip to everyone who's mining at home.
Just the deal.
So make sure that you're not making a profit, so you're forced to sell your Bitcoin, and you're contributing to getting us back to 58K. So I really like the open distribution of all this that's going on. It's great.
That's important. It's important. You think so?
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
So we are going to put a bow on that. Actually, you know what? There's one other thing that I wanted to touch on, because at the beginning,
touch it.
I'll touch that tip, and we're gonna bring it back to the D. And no, at the beginning, I think so.
Rusty, you were just talking about sucking all kinds of stuff off a grid. Is that how they call it in Australia? Just soaking it off the grid, mate.
I'm just going to...
that wasn't bad.
Pour a little...
Almost as good as my English accent. My RD.
Almost. I'm trying over here.
If the meme factory did exist, and we all know it doesn't...
We're all soaking dollar dues off the grid.
I did want to go back to... I can hear you guys. I did want to go back to at the beginning, Rusty, when you were rattling off one of your 4 reasons for being bullish. I did want to go back to.
I figured this is probably the only time you'll invite me on. You probably won't, so I may as well just dump 4 shows worth on you.
That's fair. That's fair. It is a one-time offer, but
everyone else has to pay, right? It wasn't just me that paid to get on.
Exactly. Yeah, I made Deniz. You didn't. Literally, Deniz paid me $58K to be here.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually offered for it to be only 50, but he insisted on paying the extra 8K.
The upcharge is totally worth it.
Yeah, really weird, but that's okay.
For the plugs, you got to say 58K, an extra time on the show, so it's nice.
You sitting on the plugs too?
Okay, so continuing on, Rusty, I did want to mention, you mentioned the Bitcoin culture, which I put in quotations there, but I do think it's a thing. I think
don't put it in quotation marks.
Yeah, it's. I know. I
That's
recognize that there are like people will. Everybody's a little bit different in their way that they approach it, but there is a number of things, and I think it's based around low time preference, where it's like people kind of take the lessons of low time preference in and around money, and then they extrapolate that out to other aspects of their life, like health or family or whatever it may be, things that go beyond just being fiscally responsible. And yeah, I mean, I felt I saw that I was just down in Nashville at Bitcoin Park. The Human Rights Foundation hosted, it's called the Global Bitcoin Summit. And so human rights activists from around the globe intermingling with Bitcoiners and kind of working on solutions for people that are actually living under tyrannical governments, trying to subvert them in many different ways. And so that part of it was really, really cool. But the other thing that stuck out to me during that event was I'm trying to be pretty healthy, not saying that I don't, partake in the odd beverage here and there, or, I very seldom, but once in a while I'll have a cigar or something like that. But also I am trying to be more healthy with what I'm eating and making sure that I'm exercising and stuff like that. And so while I was in Nashville, I get up early one morning, I go to the gym, and gradually the whole gym just fills in because all the Bitcoiners are in town. And it's like a weekend, and it's just the only reason it was full was because everybody in there was a Bitcoiner. And so that was kind of cool. And simultaneously, they've organized a run for people that don't necessarily want to go to the gym, but like a bunch of Bitcoiners just went for a sprint that morning. And then I'm walking around the conference, and even though it's a meme, 100 a day until 100K, people are like, oh yeah, like Harry Suddick. Okay, so Harry Suddick, I'm bullish as fuck on Harry because he has taken this low time preference mentality to his health as well. I don't know if he talks about this publicly, but fuck it, I think he deserves some recognition. Dude has lost. I saw him there, and I was like, have you been like hitting the gym and eating healthy? Because like you've definitely like slimmed down. You look in good shape. Dude has lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds. And then he's like, yeah, you want to, this is more than one occasion. People were like, hey, do you want to like go and drop and do like a 50 push-up? Harry Suddick, side by side with me, did 50 push-ups without a break. Nice. Just crushed them. And like, I don't like last time I saw him in Nashville, I don't think that like I think he had started since then and lost the 40 pounds and is just like smashing push-ups like nobody else. He's doing really, and he's also what I'll notice too is he the self-control too, because like people are out, we're having a good time and everything, but he's like certain point in the night hits and he's like, all right, there's multiple versions of this. One of them ends now, and I'm going to take that version of it. And he's like, he goes out, he has fun, he socializes, but he's like, all right, health first. And and so I've got to respect this kind of low time preference health. I don't want to even say trend, but it's more like a shift in people's mentality that is coming about because of these core values that are oddly enough coming from
a large number of people do something at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a word for that.
Sounds like you were just calling him fat, and now that he's lost weight, you've got a man crush. That's what kind of it sounds like.
That's what's nice. Is that like
I don't want to oversell it, but Harry Suddick might get the D. There may be some, what were all the other metaphors we're using. There's all kinds of, Rusty was talking about like sucking up things, and I'm sure there was a bunch of other metaphors that will be thrown out there, but there you go. I'm sure that Harry and his family are doing quite well and don't need any sexual advances on behalf of another married man.
You may not need them, but
Never know. Never know.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like,
throw it out there.
Sweet D.
Yeah, just give it a shot.
Shoot your shot, Ben.
But nonetheless, I do love that people are getting healthy, and oddly enough, it's coming from Bitcoin, from a source of values. It's very odd, but there you go.
Culture,
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it exists.
Definitely.
You just have to look at PubKey Shrine, and it's just like that's basically like a portrait of Bitcoin culture.
You know, I'm going to side note, speaking of PubKey, I'm doing my 40th birthday at PubKey in March.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
if anybody's in the area, feel free to swing by. I think we're gonna make like a thing of it. We'll do like a live stream or something where all the
Did you just
transient
invite us to your birthday party?
You did.
I suppose
Yes.
you must show up with birthday
I like it.
hats though.
Well,
Okay.
what's a birthday hat? We talking about like the toque thing, or we just like any hat could be a birthday hat?
I like that you use toque though. I appreciate that. I
Had a
use
Canadian
really
friend in the room, you know.
Canadian sensitivities there. Yeah.
I went through DEI training.
Yeah. But yeah, no, birthday, PubKey. I think March 29th is the date we booked it for. Yeah. So open invite.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, gents, I think it's time to do a final rotation here. Before we do, I'm going to do one last sponsor shout out here.
Yes.
People that keep the lights on.
Yes.
And then we'll come back and we'll find out why Greg from the
We're doing another lightning.
factory meme is
lightning giveaway.
I'm not giving any more sats out. we'll see in just a minute. CoinKite.com has some of the best hardware on the market today to secure your Bitcoin. The Cold Card Q is an absolute powerhouse and is my daily driver. And on top of this, they have plenty of other goodies, including the Mark IV, the Tap Signer, Open Dimes, the Block Clock, and much more. If you head over to their website, make sure you use code btcsessions at checkout to get a nice discount. Links are in the show notes down below. Speed Wallet is a Bitcoin Lightning wallet built with simplicity in mind. Spend and receive with ease, claim your own Lightning address, shop your favorite gift cards, and even earn rewards when you spend. Head over to speed.app to download the app on your mobile or desktop today and use the link down below to get 5,000 sats for free and have the chance to win even more. When it comes to peer-to-peer trading and lending, instant self-custody, and no KYC, HODLHODL is the place to be. You can sign up with just an email address, and once you're there, you can start browsing offers immediately, whether you're looking to buy and sell, or whether you're looking to lend or borrow. You can check them out today at the links down below. All right, we're back in, and I love that there's a private chat. I told Greg to go.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. You know why I didn't like it, Ben?
again?
I didn't
Wow.
like it at all because
Could you just put us
your
in a
streak
room
changed.
together?
Your streak changed its length every time on everything. I didn't like it one bit.
Did it? Did it?
No, it upset me.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like watching the ads is like a snapshot of your like fitness and beard levels of beard shaving and
Beard health.
cuts and yeah, they're just a little timeline.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, Greg, you're the last one up. I will be asking you why you're bullish, but just for you, I'm going to reposition you to the top of the
Son of a bitch.
Um,
Come on, man. I spent like 10 minutes on this at least this morning. I got up 10 minutes early to set
and
this up.
yeah, that's it.
You will notice in the
That's why you do
background you can
Yeah.
see yellow plushies, which Rusty does sell on his website.
Right? You know what? Hold on. I'm not going to put your name in order ever, but I will show the plushie. Hold on.
There
Hey,
he
Greg,
is.
I'm gonna send you like a whole bunch of like backgrounds that wherever he puts us, it'll link up.
Yeah, there we
Nice.
go.
We'll swap it as he swaps, so you can win that battle.
Yeah, he's a dear friend. I'm glad to have him.
Nice.
I'm shipped expediently from.
Is the Red Bull in there to keep that shape ready?
It's yeah.
For another Red Bull can, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I do have some left if anyone wants some. Yeah,
Red Bull.
there are Red Bulls.
Yes.
Yeah, no plushies. There are some left.
Yes. Well, let's with that, let's toss to Greg. Greg, why are you bullish? Please tell me.
You know, I put some actual thought into this, and I decided I was going to take a sad thing and make it a bullish thing.
Okay.
All right. So my favorite people in the Bitcoin space are the blue-collared regards. You're my favorite people.
Nice.
And for the last 8 years, I've been making friends with plenty of you, chatting with plenty of you, sharing terrible ideas and memes. And I continually see you guys dropping off. And while it's sad that I have to watch you go and disappear and live your life, it's incredibly bullish. And it makes me incredibly happy to know that you guys are all off with your fuck you money, doing whatever it is that makes you happy. And it makes me incredibly bullish to know that people who come from nothing or close to nothing, and my daughter's attacking the door, have a way out. And it continues to be a way out, and it continues to be a source of financial freedom for the best regards in the space.
I like that. Everybody gets their FU money and then decides what to. I mean, maybe this is a good segue into what does FU money look like for you?
FU money for me, I'm going to do the same thing. You'll see less and less of me.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I'm gonna have a farm. I'm gonna go grow my potatoes. I'm gonna have some cows, and I'm gonna have all my family members on the compound. There she is in the background.
Nice. I love it.
FU money means that I don't have to do that 9 to 5 anymore, and I can say fuck you to anybody who wants me to do something that I don't feel like doing.
Nice. That's
the only thing I don't like about that, Greg, is that you said that if you get fuck you money, then you will see less of you. And I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna join this guy if that's the case. Because
the communist.
I'm gonna join the communist.
The minty communist.
Lose you, man. Yeah.
Oh, we got to redistribute your fuck you money so that Rusty can.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah.
Wait, so you guys don't want the price to stay at 58K?
This is still difficult.
Am I hearing that clear enough now?
I think it will go back down upon redistribution, I think. And then just everybody will be poor again. Correct?
Yeah, it'll be in poor. We've been there.
Several times.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah. I mean, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. I think I don't know what would change too much. I would still like doing, I mean, as much as I hate you guys, I'd still be doing, what happened?
Try. Hang on, Craig. I'm sending you something.
Nice. Fuck!
All right. You know what?
No, this is still fucked.
I realize that it's.
I don't like
it's
it. I just
way
need to
easier.
separate you guys.
It's way easier for Ben to change us than me to Photoshop a new background. Fuck it.
That's great. I mean, excellent effort, but yes. Yeah, I don't know what I would like with true, like never got to work again.
The true.
I don't know. I guess maybe the cadence in which I do content would change a little bit, or like I wouldn't feel like, oh, I have to have it at this point in time. And if some tutorial just takes me like a month to get through, then I just say fuck it and I just work on that one thing and make it really, really good. But I don't know that I would stop, because I kind of like I enjoy making stuff. And so
I'm not saying I'd stop. You're just going to see less.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still doing the podcast though, right? It's test stream, I mean.
The streams
Test
won't
stream
stop until they figure out a way to shut us down. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's true.
Good.
That's true. Rusty, what's fuck you money to you?
Yeah, it feels like we're so close to it constantly. Do you guys ever have that feeling? Like every time we have like a bull run, we're like, fuck, just one more bull run, and we'll be right. And then fuck you money. Yeah, it'd be. I think the idea of only having to work if I want to, or my wife only, she only has to work if she wants to. I think that's like a big one.
Yeah.
And I think if you only work if you want to, therefore you do something that you're passionate about. And I do feel like that's like a cool thing with Bitcoin is that you because of that we end up inventing cool shit and we're because we're passionate about it. We're not just showing up to a job so that we can pay our mortgage and and find the next thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fuck you money for me is doing something that I want to do.
Yeah.
I think I'll just be doing more of this rather than less.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you do excellent work. Honestly, I like the first time you sent me like one of these posters that are up on my wall. I metaphorically and literally shit my pants. It was
That's all I can ask for. Every time I send something, all I can ask is that people poop in their pants when I send them. That's all I can really ask for.
Yeah, it's true.
Proliferation.
Yeah.
I wonder if I want to see if I can pull. Oh yeah, there they are. Perfect. So
yeah, I think the very first one I did for you was like, I think you were saying, hey, who wants to do the thumbnail? And I like just, I just sent it to you just off the cuff. Yeah, I think that was the first time I did it for you. Yeah.
This one was the first Christmas show that you did. It's so stupidly epic. I love it. Like that's wild. That like that's insane. That image is crazy. And like all the little details, like there's Greg outside the window cold, as he should be. And then like last minute I was like, oh, Lynn Alden's coming too. And you're like, ah, shit, where do I put her? I'll put her on a trapeze up here. Like yellow peeking over the set, like the TV with all the other guests, like just so many.
Yeah, that's always a problem. We've always got Sean who like complains that he didn't get a big enough appearance in your thumbnails. That's like every single time.
Oh, it's amazing. Like even like
clearly visible in this one.
Yeah, American HODL on Maller's shirt. Like how fucking funny! It's so good. It's so good.
My favorite was one of my favorites was the bullish one you had where you had the mega bulls.
That was pretty epic. I've got to say.
That was pre AI as well. Yeah, the bulls one.
This one it won't blow up as well. But yeah, like how awesome. And like again, all the little details. Becca was still pregnant, which she was obviously pregnant forever. But like her as the angel up here, like you got Wicked as the apple, you got Rockstar coming out of the grave, you got like
and you can see Sean has changed in this picture too.
Yeah, Sean up here.
He made it. He made it into the thumbnail. I don't know what he's complaining about.
Yeah, yellow behind the tree. You got Greg again sneaking in.
Coming out of the bag.
Coming out of the bag. It's great. Like Madex in the back. You got your Nostr reference here. Again, like
there was Madex was doing the mural on the back.
Yeah. Also, Tour de Meester, I chatted to him afterwards. He's like, whoever made that poster put so much thought into it. He's like, I forgot that I had chatted about his whole UFO thing on a podcast. He's like, this guy must have like genuine. So like the whole like him being abducted. He said to me, he's like, let that guy know that was absolutely epic. And I think it was in who was it? It would have been. Yeah, exactly. It took me long enough.
Less than a year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, This is Bitcoin.
Did you hear he did it again?
Lower your time preference,
Did
Rusty.
you hear that? I mean, obviously I listened to every podcast, but he
Obviously.
went and did the drug thing again.
Oh, did he?
And he was like, but this time I'm gonna like have my sound mind going into it. And he just fucking did exactly the same thing and got paranoid and doesn't learn from his lesson at all.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Awesome. Dennis, I need to ask you as well. What's fuck you money for you? What's that look like? I mean, we'll pretend that Bitcoin goes past 58K and then like stays there. So I mean, like obviously that's never going to happen. But if it did, how would your life change?
I don't think it would change too much.
All right.
I'd be able to take care of my family a bit more.
Well,
But yeah, I don't think it would change too much, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like a very similar answer to the other guys. Yeah. I probably would do a vanity plate to ruin my OPSEC. So why not?
58K.
FRVR.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or just a 4.
Yeah.
Just put it on the Camry. Why not?
Just the number 4.
Yeah. Not even 58.
Just
If you know, you know.
you know,
What's your life like? 4.
just
There will be signs.
There goes Dennis. Everybody knows.
It's just 4.
That's great.
Maybe we'll find out his name's not actually
People
Dennis.
be like, "That's that Bitcoin guy, right? What do you think the 4 means?" I think there's only ever 4 Bitcoin they're gonna mine.
It's like,
Cap supply.
the best would be like the explanation every time. So man? You're super fucking rich. You got fuck you money. What's the 4 mean? I don't know. It's just
Bitcoin he's got.
it's a sweet number.
5 plus 8 plus 1 plus 3, 4. Easy.
The maths checks out.
That's that's how we make it. All right. Well, good luck segueing that. Me. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a bone for that.
We'll just put a bow on that, and we're gonna. I mean, I guess that's where we wrap it. The way that we like to wrap up on the show, though, just a quick round of
Dennis and Greg, just for the last like minute of the show. Just
Dennis and Greg. Can
just
I do that?
Just a
So. The best guys, the best I can do is
son of a bitch.
Never again.
Never
again.
So
I
anyways,
noticed when you share your screen, I don't know if you noticed when you were sharing your screen, perfect line up at the bottom. Worked really well.
It did.
Oh,
It worked nice.
So we got away with that.
nice. Yeah, I did see that. Shit. I fucked that up. That's too bad.
Now you gotta go back.
my
After
night
this
is
is
ruined
over,
now.
you gotta
My
go
night is
back and
ruined.
re-record all of your ads.
Yeah. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Intro.
actually just go back and I'm gonna scrub that part of the show and cut it out.
Or just AI the hair.
The
you know,
ads or the yeah.
Everything.
Fill it in.
This show isn't gonna. I'm gonna delete it after it finishes. It'll be deleted.
Harsh.
So.
Already
Harsh
on
but
the meme
fair.
factory page.
Shit, it is. Indication. Damn it.
Oh wait, did you stream us to the?
Oh
Meme
yeah,
Factory
we
channel?
are syndicated.
Oh, sick. How did
Oh
you become
god,
so
the chat.
technologically-
The chat is there's
Fire
problems
calling.
in the
I've learned to give myself head. Bro, that's free. You can do that for free. You don't need to be rich.
It's just- why are you
I'll
waiting
never
for
leave
fuck
my
you money?
Dennis does it all the time on Twitter. Talking about 58K.
Yeah, he's removed some ribs. He's already got fuck you money, obviously.
Already there, guy.
Anyways, we're
That's
gonna wrap up the show
expensive
now. And, the way I like to finish the show, and I don't know if this is a good idea, but
Oh wow.
I'm gonna quickly
that
go
one.
around. I'm gonna go. What is happening? I don't,
It's like a
What is
someone
that?
said-
I'm
Bitcoin,
gonna quickly
Bitcoin
go.
chinchilla put
I'm
me on
gonna-
a kangaroo.
I'm gonna mute Rusty. I'm gonna mute everyone, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna here's how shit's going down, guys. Shut up. So we're gonna do a quick round of any big takeaways you had from the show, which I'm sure there's none, and then also in terms of final thoughts, we're gonna ask you any recommendations you have for the audience, something that you found helpful in your Bitcoin journey. It could be anything. It could be a piece of life advice, or maybe it's something like an app, a book, a device, a podcast, whatever it is, something that you think people watching will find some value in, much more so than this conversation. So Deniz, you're up first. Any big takeaways or recommendations that you may have?
I guess advice for people just coming in. The price is probably going to stay the same for a while.
Nice.
So just buy as much as you can. This is actually the perfect time to buy. Everyone's upset. Everyone's left. Price is probably going to be the same forever, but it's a great time to buy. What I got from this show?
Not much, I imagine.
I think the datum thing was cool. Thanks, Rusty. I like that. That was cool. Yeah, that was very informative. Thank you.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. You unmuted me. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, Rusty. I'll just toss it to you. What? Any big takeaways? Anything that you wanted to reiterate, and any recommendations?
Yeah, I think to sum up the show, Deniz is a communist.
Cool.
You have a man crush on Harry.
Yeah.
And we're going to be seeing a lot less of Greg next year. That's pretty much what I'm taking away.
I like that you ended it on a positive note.
Why am I muted?
You're not. Greg, takeaways, recommendations?
Recommendations: watch BTC sessions. That's how I learned all of the technical stuff in Bitcoin. Pretty much like 80% of the technical stuff I know about Bitcoin, this dude taught me.
Have you been cheating on me? What's that 20% there? What's going on?
You don't cover it all, so I got to go other places and learn other things. That was probably the impetus for starting the Meme Factory stream test. Is I need to learn more stuff.
What are you? Sorry, what?
Impetus.
Okay.
Impetus. My favorite takeaway down here is probably like New York pizza and pasta. I'll get like a meatball pizza.
Excellent.
That's my favorite. But no, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon here with Deniz. The Rusty Tatum's D was my favorite takeaway from today.
Nice.
Looking forward to your tutorial, Ben.
So you're saying, you're saying that you'll do takeaway for Tatum's D is what I'm picking up on.
I don't think you can get it any other way, really.
Yeah, that's true. Service with smile, I think.
Getting serviced.
Did you fire him for Selly? Is that what happened?
Oh no,
wasn't he your like 2IC?
No, Tatum is the cat wrangler for the Christmas show.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. All right, cool,
he
All right.
will be there. He will be in the background. He's assured me, and it's now his favorite Christmas tradition. So I can't take that away. I can't ruin Christmas for Tatum.
No,
I mean,
you could.
Keep getting him to forget to put him in the.
You hold that over his head, like you could do it.
I keep thinking.
Yeah, I could do this.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, exactly.
The implication.
A single misstep, Tatum, and you will be rugged from the show. I swear to God.
Exactly.
If you fuck this up.
Selly will take your job.
Yeah,
that's all of us,
along with everybody else's. Oh God. People are all worried about migration. Really, Selly's just going to take everybody's job.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Fair enough. All right. Well, gentlemen, we're going to round it out here. We'll finish up. Yeah, I guess I'll say thank you for doing the show.
I don't know why you said it like that, but that's cool. Yeah, you're welcome.
Anytime, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And then, I mean, if you guys want to, people that are watching, if you want to subject yourself to it, links to follow these gentlemen are in the show notes down below. Don't recommend, but follow at your own peril.
Are you going to plug
Yeah,
a podcast, or is that like competition? For...
You guys don't have a podcast; it doesn't exist. So
that's a good answer.
True. On occasion, there might be a test stream that you can like find your way into, but it's pretty trash. Albeit it's pretty alpha. They haven't moved on to beta yet.
Next week is Why Are We Bullish on
We've taken the meme review. Well, let's take this show as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And of course, yeah, I typically say you're welcome back anytime, but we'll see. We'll see. So
thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you later. All right, cut. That's it. I gave them half a second of satisfaction with the meme fact really properly allocated, but you can follow, of course, all the gentlemen down below. You can, of course, check out the hashtag factory meme. I'm pretty sure they do some sort of a show that you can check out. But no, follow everybody below. They are indeed excellent. Rusty with his incredible artwork. You should probably just go buy all that shit. Get yourself a yellow plushie. It's very important to me that you do so. Yes. Anyways, of course, follow Greg for all the latest and greatest in potato farming, and Dennis if the Communist Manifesto is too long of a read for you. But outside of that, thank you all for joining into the show. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. All the Nostrages that tuned in for the Nostr live stream, appreciate you too as well. Please do share it out. Celebrate your Nostr streamers. Again, Simply Bitcoin has been hitting the Nostr stream as well. Please do support them too, because I think it's important that we begin to build up non-YouTube options, non-centralized options, so that we can kind of shape the future we want to see. I want to give a shout out to the accountant being a degenerate in the chat, of course. Appreciate you. And beyond that, everybody else that has joined in, really, really do appreciate you guys. If you want to help out the show, of course, like, sub, share, all these things, super important. You can also hit up the previously mentioned sponsors in the show notes down below. And then finally, if you've been perusing the channel, you've been checking out some of the tutorials, and maybe you hit a snag, maybe you are in the midst of leveling up and need a little bit of hand holding, or maybe you're a Bitcoin Luddite. You learned kind of your few things out the gate. You haven't progressed since then. Well, then you can, of course, hit up bitcoinmentor.io. This is my team of educators. These guys will help you through just about anything else that you need, from wallets to hardware to multisig to home mining as a hobbyist, or running a node, whatever it may be. Hit bitcoinmentor.io. You can always book a free 15-minute session to discuss where you're at and where you want to be. And if it makes sense for you, you can move forward and start your education journey with the mentors. Anyways, with that, I'm out. Have yourselves a wonderful day or evening, wherever you may be. I'll see you guys next time for your daily session.
HODL the Bitcoin.